Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Zoko Master here, back with another video. And this is part 4 of What If Naruto is Superman. Without any further ado, let's get into it. We intro off what seems to have been entering back into the village after completing a wave mission. And it was a complete success. Wave is prosperous. Everybody's even bond tight relationship with the leaf. As Kakashi asks if they want to go out for ramen or something to eat, and everybody's like, sure, because they are pretty hungry after completing that mission. Even Sasuke didn't die, even though the dark he get dead. And they even picked up some new jutsus along the way, or the basis of some leaks. Even Sakura have. She's pretty much designated herself as the radical medic of the team. What? And she heard that Tsunade actually came back to the village to visit. Came back to the village to visit with her men's. I'm gonna say he's still alive in this one because there's no reason he should die with me. So everybody be too afraid to even lay a hand and leave. So Tsunade's have less PTSD than she already has. She's still mentally broke, but she's good and she's actually here with Naruto. And Sakura seeing her, she asks if Tsunade will train her. And Tsunade says, you know what? Sure. I wanted to take on a pupil. I wanted to take on a pupil anyway. With them agreeing. With agreeing. And they train him again. And they haven't Kakashi says some Gajuni exams is coming up in a few months. And he's gonna enter all of you. And they've all like, wait, really? Yeah, in 3 months' time, you're all gonna enter. He gave them all the forms. They all instantly agreed and filled them out on the spot in the restaurant they were in. And now they have a 4 month training period. But Naruto knowing his Kryptonian techniques, he wants to study more ninjutsu. So he ends up training with Jiraiya while Sasuke ends up training with Kakashi and Itachi. And he begins to learn the Chidori and a few more Uchiha clan techniques. Along with Sakura learning the basis of Chakra Show from Tsunade and her 100 healings mark. And Tsunade gets already began prepping. And she's trying to teach Naruto how Tsunade exactly enhances her body. While Naruto trains with Kakashi. Naruto trains with Jiraiya. So strengthening your skill means on him still strengthening their kryptonite reserves. Naruto's able in this man gets about he learns Yoshidori, and he tries to ask to summon the Fox Rocker, but Kurama is still like no. And Naruto still go haywire. And they really can barely handle they can barely handle their Kryptonian Ninetales and Raid. So they decide to hold up against that for now. And also, he even learns insanity swords. He learns the Rasengan. And he learns the Summoning Jutsu. Even managing to sail Gamabutsu head with ease. So the two is pretty much have a tight relationship. What Sakura learning the same that she did in canon when she trained with Tsunade, medical net, and the strength enhancement skill. Her ungodly chakra control allow her to punch through boulders and insane stuff. She had for a mistraining for earlier in this one. As Naruto runs into Konohamaru, and they begin to play ninja. And Naruto persistently would Konohamaru play on them. Konohamaru still bumps into Kankuro. Oh my god, why is it some of us I remember Kankuro name and some I don't? It's so weird. I'm sorry about that, guys. But Naruto blinks speed blinks Kankuro, grabbing Konohamaru. And Naruto says, who do you think you are? And Kankuro like telling Naruto, how dare you? As Naruto's eyes begin to glow red, as eventually leading to Gaara would have to accept him, not one of Kankuro will die, feeling a bloodlust emanating from Naruto from trying to hurt Konohamaru, someone who Naruto sees as one of his friends. And he won't let anyone hurt their friends. Won't let anyone hurt their friends. So Gaara still says, Kankuro, you're an embarrassment to our village. And Naruto says, what are you even doing here? We're here for the junior exams. It begins next week. Naruto's like, oh, I almost forgot, you're entering that thing too. And Gaara asks Naruto his name. And he says, my name? Naruto Uzumaki. And yours? Gaara of Gasam. And Gaara's telling Naruto, I'm going to kill you. As Naruto says, I honestly, I like to see you. I like to see you try. I'm looking for a good challenge anyway. I'm looking for a powerful challenge anyway. As the week goes by, and they each brush up on certain skills they needed, on brush up on your taijutsu skills, and Sakura learning her strength. She owns her sword, Naruto, just to see when with Naruto holding back a considerable amount, and he sees, you're actually able to hold your own, Sakura. You're almost, you have your strength is kind of like Tsunade's. As Naruto gets cocky and lets his guard down a bit, Sakura feels his strength weaken a lot less, and she slams Naruto through the table, winning a match. And Spina says, I told you, Naruto, you have to stop letting your guard down. You're a ninja. You never know you'll never know what can happen. Don't worry. Kushina says she's just gonna beat it. She's just gonna beat it out of him. As Naruto kind of gulps in fear. With Master, if we cut back to ominous base and like Roshimaru having some of Minato DNA, my masterpiece, a clone of Minato, Bozaru, you're gonna be the most powerful weapon I have against him. As the clone or Bozaru, he opens his ass, and Orochimaru knows it's a failed clone, but it's still gonna get the job done. He's still on par with Minato, if not even more powerful. As we cut back in the first part of the journey exams begin with Naruto walking into the building as Rock Lee hops in. And Minato took a liking to him, knowing he's gotta leave. He's trying to a few forms of Kryptonian martial arts. I don't know a lot, but he has this little. He doesn't know a lot, but he did learn pressure point technique, kind of like the Hyuga, to go up against Neji. And now where electricity then they could do. He asks to fight Sasuke. As Naruto says, of course you want to fight me. I'm Superman. As Sasuke heads up against him after running his Sharingan, at this point he has advances to free Tomoe. He copies Lee's speed, and he says this is going to be useful in the near future. And see, on par with Lee a little bit. With him being stronger in this one. Lee's about to take off his weights, but Guy still hops in, punching Naruto. I'm punching Lee across the room as the turtle comes. He still ends up scoring Lee. And Lee says, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura. I hope to meet you again in the joining exams. As they had, and these two people are passed. As these two people are blocking the room they're supposed to go in, but Sakura sees hot and stress again Genjutsu. As Sasuke makes a reclaiming, makes a statement, and he says that Sakura saw right through it. And Sakura's like, yeah, hey, go and give people decides. They says, huh, so you passed the first exam already. Asking the first exam wasn't what they thought, but it was a skill of wit, or at least the first part of the first exam. They go into the room and they still end up meeting. They still end up meeting Kabuto. Kabuto. As he still have a lot of information on a lot of people there, including Naruto, including his weakness. People are like, huh, kryptonite. He's gonna be surprised today. As the first proctor comes in the room in the first session's writing exam, and Naruto looks like, huh, this subject is obviously Shashi. As they all see, Naruto looks around and see that as traffic thing that people were doing. Tenten had bloody mirrors. He bursts out in his head, and he's like, bro, how come she not cheating? Bro, how she not get caught? Like, bro, how she not get caught? She have, bro, it's got an eyeball. Bro, this nigga Sasuke do not have his shotgun active right now. No, it's like, bro, we finna get caught. But that's not the first. Bro, Kokoro just replaced himself and a proctor with a bloody puppet. Bro, nah. Magic have to be Yakugan activated. Ain't nobody noticed that. Fly. Oh my, Naruto's just confused, and he already feels out the exam. And Naruto's like, just scared, crapless, thinking he's about to get a spell. But Naruto still looks at him and says, are you good, Naruto? He says, yeah, I'm just, it's nothing. Don't worry about it, Hinata. As Hinata blushes a little bit. As gets tense pressure, and a lot of people leaves. And everybody gets same as in canon. The same as in canon. Everybody who passes. The first person leading to Anko bursting into the room. Bursting in the room. And she says, well. You have a lot more people than usual this time around. Look like the second part is just going to have to be a whole lot more gruesome. As the practice out to Anko, he have a little bit more time, but she doesn't care. She takes them leading to the second part of Forest of Death. She thinks the rules. Everybody gets a Heaven Scroll and an Earth Scale. Gets a Heaven and an Earth Scroll. And the only rule is don't open the scroll. You are allowed to kill. If you kill, if you end up getting killed, that's on you. Konoha isn't reliable. Konoha is not reliable for your damages or your lives. So the second part, it begins, and they all first off. But Naruto's a few hours go by, and they haven't found them back since everybody seemed to be avoiding them for some reason. As Naruto asked him, bro, can I just go ahead and just take control? No, we shouldn't split up. It's not wise. Yeah, but I could see most people scrolls we need. It's not worth it. Can I just go and take what we could already be done with this session? And Sasuke says that's no fun. That doesn't test all of our skills. We just can't we can't just keep relying on you to handle everything. And Naruto's like, fine, but can I at least go to the bathroom? Alright, fine. As Naruto heads off, Hands off, not hearing meaningful warning. He just eaten by a dry snake. As Orochimaru begin to attack Sasuke and Sakura, and they're frozen. They're frozen and bloodless still. Wouldn't Orochimaru thinking I'd rather have a Kryptonian body, but that's not going to be possible in this day and age. While Orochimaru, he's currently creating a perfect clone of Uchiha, Uzumaki, Kryptonian, the perfect hybrid to give himself a perfect body, including incorporating some of his original body DNA, so the body most likely won't affect him. So he might have found care for he might have found his version of immortality, creating the ultimate body and the ultimate weapon, or his everlasting quest to get over Jitsu, every Jitsu. But Naruto comes flying in, and Orochimaru senseless pulling out a kryptonite sword, stabbing Naruto through his stomach. As Naruto's body somewhat goes limp, like he's not dead, and they're all frozen in fear as they landing up better fight as they than a cannon with Sasuke still burning Orochimaru. And Orochimaru pulls the sword out of Sasuke, and Sakura tries to hit him, but she gets sent flying. And Orochimaru says, "Huh, that hurt a bit." It's saying it hurt a bit. But as all that go by, sadly Sasuke still gets the curse mark, and Orochimaru heads off with Sakura having to defend Naruto and Sasuke, as Sasuke's already gotten scroll as he came back to see someone with it. But they're still passed out from their injuries. As Sakura begins to heal Naruto with his regeneration already kicking in, she still has to help him, and she focuses mostly on Sasuke since he's the one who needs the most help right now. She sets up traps all around the area, and the sound man came to capture Sasuke. As Sakura, she's actually able to handle them, with her being stronger than a cannon, but she still gets injured, causing Rock Lee to have to try to come and save her. As everyone still comes to interfere with Sasuke waking up, wiping the floor, still breaking my dude's arms, and one trying those who grabbed me out of them was going off. Sadly, Sakura still have to cut her hair, and Naruto ends up waking up being healed, and Sakura is seriously injured. But they end up making it to a kind of exam hall. End up making it to good exam hall. He's like, crap. And they open your scrolls, exhausted. As Aruka pops out, he's like, hey, you all passed. And they're all like, nice. Nice. And they get here the point of the test, but needless to say, we got too much people here. He decides to have a preliminary rounds. Preliminary rounds. Oh my god, is that good what I'm saying? Sounding. I can't say it right now. But first fight up, Naruto Sasuke versus the same person he fought. It goes the same as a canon. Sakura versus with Sakura, even though Sakura is more powerful herself, and the Sakura succumbing to her injuries, it still ends up becoming a tie. Neji versus Hanada. We could both figure goes pretty much the same. It goes the same as a canon. They're both stronger here. Shino versus Soundin. It still goes the same. Kiba versus Naruto. Naruto not holding back. He blinks his Kiba, punching him, knocking him out on the top of his head. Rock Lee versus Gaara. It still goes the same as in canon. Dosu versus Choji. That battle also goes the same in versus versus she fought. That still pretty much go versus Samari versus I'm sorry, I know it's horribly. Sensei gets clapped. You should go watch that fight. It's hilarious. And Chronicle versus the same dude he fought. It pretty much goes the same, and Shikamaru Sales ends up passing on as well. What at a children, they all head off. They all head off. I'm just gonna say it here. Those who Sales ends up getting killed by Gara. Because she starts to attack them. And we get into the month training period. With this month, Sasuke and Naruto separates Bergamot with Sasuke still training on Tsunade. Sasuke still Nin. And they always have to keep their training up. And they always have to keep their training up. Naruto's able to better master his use of the Rasengan, pushing it so she only have to use one hand. And using his Kryptonian powers alongside it, creating some sort of a flaming. He's able to launch the Rasengan with his telekinesis, electricity, and Jiraiya's impressed that Naruto's able to do that. So that's what Naruto works on. And Sasuke, he decides to push his chakra reserves to the limit, constantly using Chidori's over and over again. Since he copied Lee's speed, he became even easier. Sasuke's getting stronger as well. He's copied Lee's speed and Taijutsu. He's become stronger and more efficient in it as well. And he's able to use multiple Shidoris in one day now without draining his chakra. And he still gets the curse mark sealed. And it becomes more efficient. But that's where I'm going to end this part off right here. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace out.